Good morning from the heart of New York City. This is a Better Self Daily Show dedicated to wanting to learn and apply to live as a better self daily. I'm your host, Angela Shurina, your personal trainer, your personal health and wellness coach, your fellow biohacker, and just someone with a lot of passion for healthy living, healthy eating, healthy food, a lot of energy, fitness, movement, looking your best, feeling your best, and performing your best on all levels. And today we are talking about very interesting subject. A lot of you guys probably know what you gotta do, a lot of things you gotta do, as all of us, to improve your physical and mental performance, right? But not so many of us, at least that was true for me, are thinking about when to do those things that will improve us. When is the best time to do things that will bring more energy, more vitality, better performance into our life, and when not to do it and just chill. And believe it or not, it's tied to your biology in a very specific way, meaning biologically, we are just wired in a certain way that we perform better at certain times of the day, and we perform at our worst at other times of the day. And this is scientifically proven to be the ultimate truth for every human being living on Earth. Because the Earth cycles, the way Earth goes around the sun, when the sun rising, sun goes down, it all also connected to our hormones and our biological clock, and that defines when we function better mentally and physically, and when we are wired for certain tasks and when we are not. So for example, there are certain hours in the day that you are not supposed to make decisions, that you're not supposed to do your most important work, then that you're not supposed to schedule meeting if you want to get some kind of benefit from the meeting, or if you want that meeting to be productive. There are just certain hours that you are supposed to chill. And then there are hours that you are the best wired for physical activity or for mental activity, for analytical kind of work or for creative kind of work. It's all tied in a very specific way to the rhythm of the planet, to what they call circadian rhythms. So without further ado, let me tell you when you do your best work and when you shouldn't do any kind of work, really. So between the hours of 12 and 4 in the afternoon, it's proven by science for anyone living on Earth that those are the worst hours to do any kind of important work, to make any kind of decisions, to make any kind of request or to get into any kind of negotiation, to do meetings, to do anything important between the hours of 12 and 4 p.m. This is the worst time ever. This is when you're performing at your lowest physically and mentally. This is when your energy is the lowest, and this is when you're gonna make the worst decisions of your life. And also because it's true for everyone, when you interact with other people and trying to come up with some kind of solution or trying to do some kind of negotiation, this is also the worst time, because people are not open-minded. People will think the worst about your proposition, and people will have the least energy to deal with you in the first place. So if you want to fail in advance, do important work, do important things between the hours of 12 and 4 p.m. These are the best hours for non-essential things like doing laundry or going grocery shopping. That's what you're supposed to do it. The best hours for analytical kind of work, for the most challenging mentally and actually physically too, work is the first 5 to 7 hours after you wake up, usually before 12 p.m. So between the hours of 8 and 12 p.m., this is the best time to make the most challenging decisions, to work on the most important projects, to get into the most important meeting, if you want to make a good impression on your next employer, this is the time when you want to schedule the interviewer, when you want to schedule the negotiations, so when you want to do your most important mentally challenging work, if you need to be preparing for some kind of test, or you need to be doing some kind of writing that requires all of your mental juices to be flowing, at a speed of light perfectly. So between the hours of 7 to 8 a.m. and to the latest 12 p.m., this is when you're supposed to do your most challenging work. And then between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m., this is when we get the second kind of breath. The second time when we get more energy, when we're more enthusiastic, more cheerful, when we have our mental and physical performance increase again before decreasing before our bedtime. But this time is perfect for creative work, actually, for the work that requires a less analytical thinking and more creative thinking, and also really amazing time for any kind of social activity. Also great time to do some kind of negotiations where you expect people to be more open to your ideas, more receptive to your ideas. So creativity time, brainstorming, this is the best time for that, between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m. Also, you can edit your creative work that you did earlier in the day. So a lot of writers, a lot of creative people had this kind of schedule when they would do a lot of work in the morning, and then would chill in the afternoon, and then in the evening would have the second time when they do their work. Again, the most challenging work you want to schedule, the most important things you want to schedule for the first 5 to 7 hours, depending when you wake up, of the day before 12 p.m. Between 12 and 4 p.m. you want to do nothing, or something like laundry, grocery shopping, or napping, something really unessential. And then between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m. you want to do your creative work, you want to do more meetups and socializing, and also negotiations when you want people to be more receptive, more open to your ideas, do any kind of brainstorming. This is your second chance to do the work that matters. So till 12 p.m. and after 4 p.m. that's what you need to be working. In the afternoon, schedule something very unessential. And if you gotta be in the office at that time between 12 and 4 p.m., just schedule, some work that doesn't require your mental powers to be at its best, like emailing people or doing something really low priority things. So this science, you can read more about it in the latest book by Daniel Pink, When? The Perfect Timing, forgot the whole name, but yeah, When by Daniel Pink, The Science of Perfect Timing. Yeah, that was the subtitle. So get it if you're interested in all the details, because the book goes into details into everything, like when you're supposed to drink your coffee, when you're supposed to exercise for different goals and activities, when you need to take tests, to do anything in your life that is important for you. So get the book When? The Science of Perfect Timing by Daniel Pink. Fascinating read. And since I started implementing these principles into my life and work, the quality really improved. So get it, read it. Thank you for listening, guys. Have an amazing Friday. I'll talk to you tomorrow, but till then, live as a better self today.